Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, they can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
What's good? Back for the second time today, you dig? Man, we got a huge fight weekend. Damn. All on July 19th. Ain't that some shit? We ain't had a big fight weekend like this in a long time now. You know, you got Matchroom. You got PBC back in business. You got Riyadh season in business. Man, what we gonna do, y'all? I need everybody to catch up. I need everybody to tune in. Now, true enough, on the thumbnail, you don't see the other fights because I was specifically wanting to talk about the big fights, and I wasn't going to spend all day on it, you know, because I was live earlier. But I had to come back live because I got to get my feet wet. We ain't had a big fight weekend like this in a minute, man. Let me salute everybody in real quick. Shawai, what's good with you? Hello, world. Welcome back. Absolutely. Second time for the day. I ain't did that in almost 4 years. Hotel Shalom, what's good with you? Salute, OG Tay. Hello, world. Hot step in the building. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Treat notes. What's good with you, brother? What's going on? At work. Listen, man, I appreciate you checking in for sure. Expensive paper, Bomb Squad. Okay, I hear you. Joseph Townsend, what's up, my brother? Hello, world. What's good? Jimmy Bernard, what's good with you? Salute to you. Gritty, hey, my boy. That's my boy right there, man. What's up, Gritty? What's happening, man? You got a big fight weekend, Brody. I know you're gonna be locked in, you know. Follow of no man. Salute, Tay, man. Salute to you as well, bro. Hope everybody doing well. Live for the second time today, man. Listen, from top to bottom and bottom to top. Cafu, Bam. Crazy fight. Alexander Uysk, Daniel Dubois. Crazy fight. Tyzu, Fundora. Crazy fight. Mario Barrios, Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Back in action at 46 years old. Crazy working, crazy fight. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm a little concerned for Pacquiao, 46 of age. I heard a couple of different things about Pacquiao in this camp. Now, how true it is, I don't know. You know, it's of course, it's second-hand information, stuff like that. But I'm glad that he's back. It's people right now out there working, not working for me, but it's guys out there working, get some developing information for us out there. But listen, man. Hey, let me. That's my equipment right there. But hey, man, let's rap. Let's rap for a second. We could potentially see a couple different chambers this weekend. Cafu, he could potentially take Bam belt. I don't think that he takes Bam belt. Man, I'm in, like I told you guys earlier. Man, I love Bam. I love Bam Rodriguez. I love Bam. I think he's a hell of a fighter, and he's gonna put on performance like he always does. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna put on a performance like he always does. But Cafu's a strong. He's a at that weight class. He's a puncher, not a big puncher, volume puncher. He throws a lot of shots, right? He does have some skill. I believe he got enough skills to keep up with Bam. I believe that he got enough skill to make Bam honest. But then again, Bam can go there. He can go to that next level. We've seen that before, right? I'm just getting a little. I ate some rice, and I hate eating rice. But he can go there. Like let's be honest. I think he can. I think Cafu can go there from the 2 fights that I just watched. I'm like, damn, okay, I like what I'm seeing, but man, this Bam, like I don't want to get, too far invested. I looked at the lines. It's only Wednesday right now. Well, it's to Thursday morning now, but I want to see the lines continue to move, right? So I'm gonna just keep that right there for the Cafu fight. But the next fighter that I really wanted to touch on, and I actually literally just got done watching the interview with Gary Russell Jr. and Gary Antoine Russell talking about the Tyzu fight. And he brought up something interesting. Gary Russell Jr., he stated that he thought that Tyzu was winning the fight before the cut. I thought so too. Okay. Then I get to hear him say, he looks at the corner. He looks at the corner in that last fight, because if that fight gets stopped at the time that the cuts happen, Tyzu wins on the card. And he's absolutely right. Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, this is a perfect time. Not to say not the bitch out of a fight or wimp out a fight, right? But we all saw the cut. It was nasty, right? It was nasty, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that it wasn't, because it was a nasty cut, right? But if they stop that fight there and take care of that fighter, Tyzu walks out as the WBC champion. And I thought that Gary Russell was spot on. Now Gary Antoine Russell, he was talking about Tyzu's defense. If he can, and I forget the exact question that the interviewer asked him, but he did say, if I was Tyzu, I would go back and just work on my defense, because he had everything, even on the inside game. He said we've seen Fundora crack before. We've seen Tyzu crack, and Tyzu has cracked to put Fundora out, and which I think so as well. Now the tower in the front, don't get me wrong, he's a bad MF. He is a bad MF, but I can't negate the fact that I did see Tyzu putting work in the Sebastian Fundora first fight. I saw that. My eyes don't play tricks on me, and again, I do agree with Gary Antoine, and I agree with Gary Russell Jr. I thought that he was winning the fight before the cut. I really did. And then, of course, you've seen the tides turn. I think this fight right here, and I know Tyzu has been stopped since I think he got a victory and he got a stoppage. I forgot, was it Murtazaliev or Baccarat. I forgot who it was. It was one of those Eastern European guys that he lost to, and he was stopped, I believe. And many people don't think that Tyzu, I'm not gonna say it's the same, right? They think that because he's vulnerable now, that this is a time for Fundora to hop on him. Again, it could be. It could be. Now, one thing I do want to add, because I was talking about the betting lines, Murtazaliev. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Now, one thing I do want to add is I was watching the betting lines, and it's kind of same situation as last week. Fundora is the favorite, but he got the money is going the opposite way. I mean, the money is going towards Sebastian Fundora, but it's not by a significant amount. And I'm gonna pull it up very quick on my app. Let me see. Make sure I'm right, because I know it was yesterday. Forgive me. It was yesterday that the fights popped up on my phone. Well, not my phone, but my betting app. And I'm about to log in right now, so to make sure that I'm on point. To make sure I'm on point. I got, let me see. It's so many people fighting. God damn. Ammo Williams fighting this weekend too. Brandon Figueroa fighting too. Ooh, that's a good fight. Okay. So Tyzu is the favorite. That's what I was getting at. Tyzu is the favorite. Blue Blood Sports TV, what's shaking, bro? Oh, Blue. Oh man. Ooh. Yeah, we gotta talk, Blue. Yeah, we gotta talk, Blue, for sure. Cause I just thought about something. Turkey out the sheet says Boots don't want to fight nobody. Turkey out the sheet say Boots don't want to fight nobody. He want to take a tune-up. Yeah, so Tyzu is the favorite at minus 155. Now, a lot of y'all might be scratching heads like, damn, how is Tyzu the favorite? Why is Tyzu the favorite? He was definitely stopped by Murtazaliev, right? Not Tyzu. Fundora, he just won his fight against I forgot who he fought, the black guy. He just won that fight maybe 3-4 months ago, I believe it was, right? Said, man, Turkey is exposing people in boxing streets. Yeah, he is. And it's Eddie fault. And it's Eddie fault. You know what I'm saying? And it's Eddie fault for sure. Definitely Eddie fault. And Sebastian Fundora is plus 120. Now, this is the same kind of scenario as last week, right? I betted on Hosman Shiraz simply because I know that Berlanga had opened as the favorite, but he went to the dog. Even though he went to the dog, he still had 68% of the money coming in on him. Now I'm looking at the money that's coming in. Fundora is the underdog, right? Fundora is the underdog, but all the money coming in on Fundora and Tyzu only getting 3% of the money. So I gotta bet Tyzu. But again, I thought Tyzu was winning the fight before the cut of the last fight. So me looking at it, it's damn, nobody really giving Tyzu a chance. You only got 2% of the money on Tyzu. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna put me a little money down on Tyzu. Down on Tyzu. I think people are overlooking what actually took place in their first fight, despite Tyzu winning those first couple rounds. Jimmy Bernard was good. What's going on? Hotel Shalom say, so Eddie just So not just Eddie Boots with the program, with that program. Come on, man. Come on, man. People calling it out. You know what I'm saying? Man, Turkey exposing people in these boxing streets. And salute to my brother, Mark Nash, TV, Team Norman. What's good with you? 10 people, please match my donation, support the show. Man, listen, I support you, Mark. Man, I appreciate you, Mark. But man, you know, I don't even need it, bro. I don't even need it, bro. Oh, this big beat right here. Give me 1 second, fellas. Hey man, so shout out to Mark Nash, man. You know what I'm saying? If you donate, I appreciate it, but you ain't got to. And definitely appreciate my, team assassin brother, man, for sure. Turkey Al Sheik. Turkey Al Sheik. Much love and appreciation, Mark. Turkey Al Sheik. And this goes back to Blue. Turkey Al Sheik was just on the Boxing Voice. And he stated that Jerron Boots Ennis ducked the Virgil Ortiz fight because he said that he needed 2 tune-up fights. Now, Devin Haney just came out and said that they offered Jerron Boots Ennis a fight, but he turned it down. Everybody thought it was all bullshit about the contract negotiations with the Normans. And then you seen Eddie tried to come back and say, he want to lock the fight in now before he fought in Japan, in which we already know today's price is not yesterday's price. So he tried to lock that in before they go over there. He ain't want to fight. So I don't want to hear no more about that boot shit, man. YSM, Mill City, all y'all. I don't want to hear no more about that shit. Turkey just exposed it. Period. Cut it out. Cut it out. Nobody want to go, man. Listen, cut it out. Stop. It stops now. It stops now. Cut it out. And all these boot fans done came over here and and said this and said that. Again, where was y'all when I was the only one, on YouTube talking about the boots? Where was y'all when I was trying to tell y'all, hey, all Boots had to do? Oh man, I can't even put that out, but I'm gonna give you a description. Boots is mad at a reporter right now Won't even pick up the phone, won't even do interviews with him right now, right? Won't even pick up the phone for a reporter right now. All because the man said, wait a minute. So you'll give Stanionis money out your check, but you couldn't do that for Brian Norman. Make it make sense. Even when Brian Norman team said, well, we'll take the 1.7 or 1.6, whatever it was. Just move the location. And again, and I kept telling y'all, all he said was, hey, move the fight. And you gotta, if you move the fight to a neutral ground, you gotta fight. We'll take the 1.6, 1.7. And I kept telling y'all that. Not only did they move the venue, well, I missed this part. Stanionis was offered, his initial offer was 1.7. He didn't even want to go to Jerome Boots in his backyard. So he told them, no, Stanionis was the first one to turn down the fight. They said they offered Mario Barrios, but what y'all don't know is Mario Barrios and Pacquiao was signed back in October of 2024. So that only leaves two champions, Monty Stanionis and Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. them say, well, shit, y'all offer $750,000. Now we done middle the ground a little bit. We got 1.6, 1.7. I forget exactly what the number was, right? But then we tell you, shit, you move the fight. If you move the fight, guess what? You gotta fight. Monty Stanionis say, well, I ain't fighting because I ain't going to his backyard. Guess what they do? They move the fight, pay Monty Stanionis over $2.2 million, and your fighter Jerome Boots in his take a pay cut. Not only did he take a pay cut, Eddie, that man went from doing $19,000, $16,000 down to $14,000. Come on, man. I don't want to hear nothing else about that boot shit, bro. Turkey Al-Sheikh was just on the Boxing Voice. And he just told people that he didn't want to fight Virgil Ortiz next. He wanted 2 tune-up fights. I don't want to hear nothing about that boot shit no more, man. Now, that's coming out of Turkey mouth. The man who making it happen. Go argue with him. Don't argue with me. Go argue with him. And you see right there, Blue Blood say, man, Turkey is exposing people in these boxing streets. That's exactly what he's doing. So I don't want to hear no more about that boots talk. Joseph Townsend say, man, his new nickname is Stacey Adams. Boy is sliding all around the smoke. Come on, man. You turned down the fight with Teofimo Lopez. You didn't want to fight him. Devin Haney just came out the other day, and I know he's sick about that because nobody even know that they are. Well, I did. I knew that they offered him a contract, right? I knew that they offer him a contract because Bill had told me, right? But what I was about to say. Didn't want you turn. We come to find out. Devin say that y'all didn't want to fight. No problem. You tried to get Brian Norman in the contract before he fought Jen Sasaki. Again, Eddie being sneaky. Then on the week of Brian Norman fight, you announced that you're going to 154. Now keep in mind, I had already told you guys, I knew that Boots was going up to 154 because a fighter coach that fights at 147 wanted to know for his fighter what should they do if they're going to be, because they got the IBF and the WBA, if they're going to be relinquishing those belts, maybe we can slide that way since Norman got those belts and then Barrios got the WBC. Maybe we can go try to get another belt. And he specifically told me, Bozy told him that they was moving up to 154. This was before I can give you guys the exact date that text message came. I can give you guys the exact date because I literally hung up the phone, called Norman Sin, told him what was going on. For sure. He a pair of Adidas slides, wide foot. They still don't understand the words coming out your mouth. Senior said that from day one. Absolutely, he did. For sure. Nah, Boots running around in them Payless shoes, ducking smoke. Nah, you got to call a spade, man. It is, and the crazy part about it, he's a phenomenal fighter. And guess what? And look, look. See, this is why you can't get me. This is why you can't get me started. And I almost forgot about this until I'm not gonna put a name out there until I was talking to a reporter today, in which I personally know because I heard it with my own ears. I heard it with my own ears. I remember when these group of people, I'm not going to say what company, these group of people tried to make the Terrence Bud Crawford versus Jerron Boots in his fight. I knew that. I remember that very, very vividly. I remember that. And it was brought to my attention when I talked to that reporter today. He said, bro, you remember? I was like, damn, you did. I was on the phone. I know what's going on. Yeah, I know what's going on. I forgot about that. So the whole time Norman and Boots going about it, I'm like, damn, I could have used that. Because I knew, I don't be thinking sometime, man. But I knew when he said that, I was like, damn, you right. I forgot about that. But a group tried to make the Jerron Boots in this fight. They talked to Steven Espinoza. Steven Espinoza was, but anyway, I do remember that whole thing. And I might get to talking too much, and I don't want to put nobody's name out there. You did what I'm saying? So, salute Tay Jones, don't cap. The hell you mean talking about don't cap? The hell you talking about? Follow of no man. Oh man. Isaiah GQ was good. Trey Titan 176 was good with you. So, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. So yeah, I gotta bring that shit back up. Yeah. Jones got to bring that shit back up because I do remember that. That was like, what it was? That was like January. That was like either January, February of 2023 or 2024. I know it was cold because it was around my birthday when it was. I'm gonna have to ask my dog. When Earl them fought? When Earl them fought? What year that was when Earl them fought? That was 2023, right? Yeah, that had to be because my daughter was born in 2022. So that was summer 2023. So yeah, that was January 2024. Yeah, I know I ain't tripping because I knew it was around my birthday when I talked to that reporter. And you know what I mean? We was, you know what I mean? Woot, 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 woot. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Don't come in and start shit. Yeah, Brian. They said don't come in and start shit. They say you like to start shit, man. Don't come in here and start shit. Salute and respect, Brother Tay. Hope you and the family are doing well, staying blessed. You get a chance to reach out to Drew yet. Yeah. Drew called me today, actually. Yeah. Good brother Drew called me today, and we got some. Yeah, we gotta handle some shit coming up. So yeah, he called me today. But much love and appreciation to the super chat, man. Man, listen, y'all know I appreciate the super chats, but y'all know I'm good on that, man. But I'm very appreciative, but y'all know I'm good on that, man. I like to just be heard. You know what I'm saying? I just like to be heard. You know what I mean? So No matter if I got 100 in here, 200, 5, 2, I'm cool. I just want to be heard. Appreciate you. Much love and appreciation. So yeah, I do remember. Damn, I forgot about that. So look, I don't want to hear no more about that boot shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Matter of fact, I'm about to tweet that. I'm about to tweet it out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tweet that out right now. I don't want to hear no more about that boots. I don't want to hear no more about boots. Boots. Y'all heard what Turkey said. I should say more, but I'm gonna chill. Before I spoil it for everybody. Yeah, man. Oh, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know what type of shit you on, my boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. We talking about you ducking boots too. I don't know what type of shit you on, my nigga. But I'm gonna let you know like this here, man. You slick throwing shots and I don't fuck with it. I'm trying to let you slide, my nigga. I'm trying to let you slide, but I don't fuck with what you're doing. I'm just be 100 with you. I don't fuck with what you're doing. Tread lightly, my nigga. That's my last time saying it. Oh, so let me see. Let me see. So we got what my thing at? So yeah, I'm gonna get back on track. Let me get back on track right quick. So we got. I talked about that band like that's like I say that Fundora Tyzu again. Tyzu won to me. I don't know about y'all. The first couple rounds he was winning those fights. I mean, winning that fight before he got cut. I believe it was to me. I believe he was winning that fight before he got cut. And I think that when he got cut, it kind of, I ain't gonna say it kind of, it did affect him. You know what I'm saying? And if they did stop the fight then, right? If they did stop the fight then, he would have won the fight. Agent, what's good with you? Treat knows to say I was done with Boots when he was on $1 million worth of game and he lied about trying to fight Bud at a certain time. At a certain time, also Bud pulled up on him and he was all smiles at Hallmark Cards, the new boo boo. Now, Trick. Now, what's crazy about that? Like I say, that was cap. And again, January. It was January. I gotta call. Never mind. I almost said his name, but I'm for sure because it was either a couple days before my birthday or it was after. It was close to because I know my birthday was coming up. It was in January, and I just like, damn, they really trying to make the Boots Boots versus Bud Crawford fight because he had already fought Errol Spence. And I know that they were trying to make that fight. And this was Bud's people trying to make the fight. And come to find, and I learned today that Boots and his dad didn't know about that fight, but his manager did. That's for sure, because his manager was on the phone. His manager did, but they never told Boot, they never told Bozy, and they never told Bozy and Jerron Boots Ennis until he signed with Eddie Hearn. Those are facts. Yes, the first two. And he did good stuff after Broke Buddy Nose. Yeah, he did. I thought so too, Tay. No, I thought he was winning the fight. I really did. I thought that Tyzu was winning the fight. And again, like I said before, I explained what Gary Russell Jr. had said, and I explained what Antoine Russell had said, and I gotta agree with them. As long as Tyzu can correct that defense and of course apply what he was doing, previously, he might got something. And then again, me being a better man, y'all know I gamble all the time. Me being a better man, right? Me being a better man, I'm looking at the odds. Why is Tyzu favored? Wouldn't Fundora be favored? Absolutely, he would. He should be favored. But all the money is coming in on Fundora. But Vegas got him the favorite. So Vegas pretty much saying, like, man, we think Tyzu gonna beat him. But the public is putting all the money on Tyzu, which is a dog. Now, of course, you gotta think how Vegas thinking. Vegas, like, man, look how these dumb motherfuckers going to put all this money over here. We trying to tell y'all that he gonna win. The same scenario that I just seen last week with the Hamza Rise and Berlanga fight. So as of right now, I'm definitely betting on Tyzu for sure. And of course, my theory goes along with what I just told you. I thought he won the first half of that fight. Not only did I think that he won the first half of the fight, I just think that after he got cut, shit was all bad. And even if they had to stop the fight while he got cut, guess what? Tyzu would have won that fight. His uppercut is his bread and butter. I think Tim's a dog. Now I wasn't a big fan of Tyzu because when he first came over, to to the States, he fought Terrell Gausha. He fought Terrell Gausha, and Terrell Gausha dropped him in the first round. He dropped him in the first round, and I was like, damn, he supposed to be that guy. I know about his daddy and you know what I'm saying, the heritage and boxing that they got. I was just like, damn. But I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker got up and went to work. You know what I'm saying? He beat one of my favorites, Tony Harrison, one of my favorites, and he's also back. Is it this weekend? I think Tony Harrison fighting this weekend too. But I'm gonna get to those other fights that I'm interested in later on. I might don't even go over them. Let me just go ahead and go over them while I got my app open. So this weekend we got, of course, Alexander Usyk Dubois, and that's what I was going to talk about next. Let me get this last one out the way. Gary Carmichael say Tyzu minus 160 will probably go down before the fight. My prediction. On my book right now, I currently got Tyzu at minus. I got Tyzu at minus 150, and you got Sebastian Fundora at plus 120. Got Sebastian Fundora at plus 120. You got Tyzu at minus 155. Looking at this Daniel Dubois Alexander Usyk fight. Now, I kind of briefly touched on that earlier today. Now, here's my thoughts. I don't know Alexander Usyk, right? But I know my Bomb Squad brother, Malik Scott, has been around Alexander Usyk for a surplus amount of time. That I do know. They've been in different camps together. Malik has helped him get ready for fights. They've, had time outside of boxing, hanging out, things of that nature. And he always talks about how smart Alexander Usyk is. People give Malik Scott grief because, they felt like he changed Wilder. But what people don't know and didn't know about Malik, and I wish I had to save some of those videos of him breaking down opponents. The way Malik describes and break down opponents is so prolific, so smart, and you be like, damn, how did you see that? You know what I mean? It's like somebody trying to teach you how to do math, and you really don't know how to do it, but once you start to understand, you're like, damn, I ain't think of that. Malik breaks boxing down to simplest terms, and he says that's something that Alexander Usyk does. Me knowing that Alexander Usyk is smart inside the ring as well as outside the ring. Now, I'm not gonna take away from Daniel Dubois. I think the UK should be raving right now. I think the UK should be raving about Daniel Dubois. I think and believe that the whole entire United Kingdom should be behind Daniel Dubois. Instead, they want to get behind, Anthony Joshua. They saw what happened. Again, like even when Anthony Joshua lost back-to-back fights with Alexander Usyk, he didn't have to go take a step down and come back up to fight the competition. He just fought a unified champion that he lost to twice. The first time he lost to just a person who was taking his belt. The guy took his belts. He had a rematch and he lost. That's it. But within those two fights, Anthony Joshua had times to step on the gas and win those fights, but he didn't deliver, right? Now, you got Daniel Dubois. Look at who he's fought. What? So now I understand why Lennox Lewis was on Eddie Hearn's head about the opponents, the type of opponents that Anthony Joshua was facing. And he told Eddie Hearn on Twitter, when you get back to the championship fight, you're going to lose again because of the disservice that you're doing to your fighter by not putting him in there with somebody he can continue to grow and get better from. And I understood every bit of that. Now you got Daniel Dubois. Look at the young man's resume. He tore AJ out the frame. He big baby. Who was the other guy he fought? Damn, I lost contract that I lost my names that fast because I'm thinking too fast. But Don Charles has done a marvelous job with Daniel Dubois. Hey, I can't talk, I used to talk bad about Daniel Dubois because I did felt, when it was in the bubble, I did feel like he did quit. That's when he had the eye injury, right? I did feel like he did quit. But his last 5 fights, even when he fought Alexander Usyk the first time, he gave it all he got. He gave it all he got. And I do believe wholeheartedly that they did rob him that night. Taking nothing away from Usyk, he did what he was supposed to do. He played the shit off. He played it off. I ain't taking nothing away from Usyk. But I just don't think that Daniel Dubois can pull it off. Because once you fight Usyk for a second time, it's more easier. He been in the ring with you. He can dissect you better. And Alexander Usyk is very smart. And I'm going off those words based on not what I've seen, but what I know of Alexander Usyk through the good brother Malik Scott. Yep, he dismantled Horgovic as well. I was at that fight. I was at the fight when he fought Horgovic and Big Baby. And remember, nobody wanted to fight Horgovic. Remember, nobody in the top 5 wanted to fight Horgovic. The only person who was willing to fight Horgovic was Deontay, but he didn't want to go down the IBF route because he was already ranked number 1 in the WBA. And at the time he was ranked number 1 in the WBA, Daniel Dubois had a ACL injury. Got to remind y'all, I got to wake y'all up. I got to wake y'all up. And me and the good brother Stormy talked about this one night too. He said, "Nah, Tay, they want to get behind Moses Atoma. Moses Atoma, man. Daniel Dubois breached the brakes off him right now, next year, the year after that, and the year after that. Probably the year after that, the year after next too. So we're talking like the next 4 or 5 years. I don't think that Moses Atoma is going to beat Daniel Dubois. Period. Dog, listen, Don Charles, the what he's done with him. Oh my God, Daniel Dubois looks totally night and day from their very first fight together. Totally different, night and day. The only difference is in this fight right here is Alexander Usyk gets to see Daniel Dubois for his second time, and he knows pretty much what he's going to do and what he can't get hit with, because Alexander Usyk is that smart. Speaking of on the words that Malik Scott said now, and I've seen the different changes even when I looked at him doing a rematch against Joshua, tricked the shit out of him, even though Joshua could have stepped on the gas, because Joshua also came with a different style because he was training with Robert Garcia. Y'all got to follow me now. I know my shit. Daniel Dubois has paid his dues. He has. Horgovich, absolutely. He should win. He should won the Usyk fight. That was no low blow. I totally agree. I agree. I no argument. I definitely do agree. This intimidating tactics by Dubois are going to backfire. That is not him. I guess maybe he fighting at home makes him confident. Usyk has stone cold look of a serial killer. I seen that. He's talking about the face-off. Now I had to think about what you was talking about. Talking about the face-off. Yeah, I seen that. He was hooting and hollering and some more stuff. Or he could just be that confident. Now I do know that Daniel Dubois normally don't do stuff like that. It's no reason to sell the fight. It's no reason to sell the fight because it's already sold. He's mature. Who mature? You mean mature with his coach or mature as in what? I'm clueless. Help me out. All right. So that's enough of rumbling about those two, the heavyweights. I do want to see the big boys. I do want to see the big boys move around. Right. So now, Barrios and Pacquiao. Oh, the boys in the ring. Yeah, he has. I ain't gonna lie, boy. He has. Yeah. I got A. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely, yeah, man. Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm totally impressed. I'm genuinely happy for him. And when we was out in Saudi Arabia, of course I got to see another side of him. You know what I'm saying? Chop. I literally listen. I know that I'm a late bloomer. I know that I only had 5 amateur fights, right? I know I won a couple fights. I know I lost 2 fights. But I'm so much of a sponge of boxing. When I say I literally sat at the table with Coach Don Charles and Daniel Dubois every day in the morning for breakfast, like I literally ate with these guys every single day. His dad, his lady, his sister, and Coach Don Charles. And I would make Coach Don House or Malik or Coach Jay come sit over there with us. Like I literally gained so much knowledge from Don Charles. And I thought that like I didn't care about, meeting all these other guys except for Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards is my guy. That is my guy, right? But just talking with Don Charles, man, like the way he explained different things, and I was trying to like visualize it. I'm like, damn, this is a good ass coach. I'm getting some knowledge. I'm sinking it in. You know what I mean? Like I'm sinking it in. We went to the and I don't know why Daniel Dubois do this, but he gets in the sauna. He got in the sauna before he weighed in. I didn't understand that, or maybe he was just no, not the sauna, the steam room. Because we stayed at the was it JW Marriott? Yeah, it was JW Marriott. Yeah. Yeah, it was the DJ because my thing hanging up in there. So it was JW Marriott in Saudi. And we was in the steam room, and I was like, damn, why you in the steam room? He's just like, yo, I'm just relaxing, mate. I'm just relaxing. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm thoroughly impressed. Because Don Charles told me, like he told me he's gonna make a run. He told me that. And I remember when I made some money with Dubois, and I FaceTimed him that morning. I say, "You ready to go to work?" And he went out there and beat him, man. He went out there and beat Joshua, man. So UK should be behind that man. I'm being honest. The UK should be ashamed of themselves because they don't talk about him like that. But they should be behind that man, without a doubt. They definitely should be behind that man. Last time I bet on DD was Horgovic, and you saw what he did with Horgovic. He and again, Horgovic was, I'm not gonna say most feared, but nobody wanted to fight him. That's a damn sure. Don Charles is the UK Georgie Benton. Understood. I understood that. Definitely understood that. But so I can't really say much about those guys, but I'm too much more about those guys. But Barrios and Pacquiao. Barrios. Hi. Let's start with Barrios. Excuse me. A lot of people think that Barrios is the weakest link at 147. A lot of people feel like Barrios is the weakest link at 147. How y'all feel? Do y'all feel that Barrios is the weakest link at 147, meaning that he's the weakest champion? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Manny 6, I mean not Manny 6, but if Manny Pacquiao is 46, and he come back and beat Mario Barrios, I am going to have a damn fit. Because it ain't no way in hell you finna let this 47-year-old man who's at least 5-6 inches shorter than me, probably even 12 inches, 11 inches shorter, come in and win. Ain't no way. I just don't see it. Now I know my guy follower of no man says Pac putting him to sleep. I think Tay. Shit, that's really hard for me to say because did y'all not see the exhibition fight? Did y'all not see how Manny Pacquiao looked? Or that doesn't matter because he's a champion. I mean, not champion, but he's an icon of the sport. I don't know, man. If he beats Barrios, woo, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. I've already seen that, if he win, they will try to do the rematch between him and Floyd part 2. Man, I don't want to see that shit. He said, hell, Ugas beat that man. Yeah, he did. Beat the hell out of him. He almost got beat by a kickboxer. Damn. The kickboxing dude built like Barrios. Damn, it was that bad? It was that bad? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Follower of No Man says if Pac gets in close, he touching that chin. I'm not even a fan of Pac, Pac fan. Now I understand shit. And yeah. Now one thing we can't say about them 8 ounce. One thing we can't say about them 8 ounce. All it takes is 6 pounds of pressure, 8 pounds of pressure. Put somebody down for sure. Hello world. For sure. Barrios, like I said before, people said, some people I've heard at my own ears said that, they think he's the weakest champion. I believe if Barrios can get past Pac-Man, you'll probably see a unification fight with Brian Norman and Barrios. The top of next year, meaning like February, March of next year for a unification bout. Now, the only thing I don't like about this fight with Barrios is this. He's the shorter guy. He's going to have to make sure that he doesn't overstep or overcommit using that jab, because if he overcommits the jab and Manny is able to slip that jab, he is in the hot fucking water. Let's get that understood now. Pacquiao might be old, but I believe that bitch can still punch. We all know in boxing, we always say the old saying is, guess what? Your strength go before there's anything else. Your strength go before anything else. Joseph Thompson saying, unless they handing Barrios a duffel bag, this should be easy work. Nah, you're right. You're right. Barrios got beat by Abel as well. I think so as well. I thought that he lost his last fight. And hell, that fight was almost 2 years ago, right? Wasn't that like 2022 or 2023, something like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's about time to lay down. November of 24. Was that? Okay, November of 24. So this past, damn, that was only November of this past year? Damn. So we only seen him one time. Steph Brown, be well, Tay Jones. It's a hat kind of day. Yeah, man. Baltimore, man. I got two guys that I used to coach that play for Baltimore Ravens, man. For sure. Yeah, they both play for Baltimore right now. So my guys, I was trying to find my White Sox hat. Anthony Robinson say boxers are the best athletes in the world. That can be true and false. I guess that depends on your own opinion. Follow of No Man. Man, I appreciate it, brother, but listen, I promise you don't have to, brother. I promise you don't have to send it to the chat, bro. I am okay. Regardless who wins, Pac and Barrios will be food for the top dogs at 147. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I can also see them, PBC trying to slide taking there. You know what I mean? If the Lamont Roach rematch don't take place, my guy right here. Why is that fight even happening? Much love and appreciation on follower of No Man. Much love and appreciation. Salute to you. Why is that fight even happening? Well, Pacquiao wanted to come back. I think Pac probably needed some money. And then not only he needed some money, He know he can go get that bag because he still got a name. And then Roby said, nope, they are. Probably so, man. Money grab fight could possibly be a money grab fight. Possibly. Now, my only knock on Barrios is this, right? I remember when Barrios fought here in Atlanta versus Tank. I forget his trainer name, but this trainer was a dark skinned guy. He's no longer in that corner. He had an old school style, skill set, and you would see Mario Barrios do certain little things, the way he slipped, the way he rolled things, the way he was full on parry. And I think people forget that Mario Barrios used to full cross parry and parry the motherfuckers and hit motherfuckers with uppercut, left foot, right hands. I think people forgot about that Barrio, the 140-pound Barrio. If Pac win, watch Boots come back down to fight him. Good one. I can see that too. That's crazy you said that because I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. My guy Trojan Thompson say, Tay, you meant to say Dale versus Barrios for unification next year, but I understand you try. Yeah, good try. Yeah, no, I said it right the first time, dog. I said it right the first time, my boy. I'm sorry you're on the other side, man. I understand, you know. But look, hey, them two guys got to get in the ring and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Easy pickings, Barrios food. Damn. Roy Jones Jr. will beat the shit out of Bo Jackson. Questions. Huh? Bro, I'm so confused on what you're talking about. Mario Barrios is my favorite fighter. That's what's up. Yep, definitely would take advantage of that name grab. Oh yeah, I'm taking the name. Shit, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying, Tay. I think if Barrio watched the Uysk tape, he could figure some things with his reach. Also, he was sharper with Virgil, but has had some camps with Santos. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. Hey man, I don't know what's up with dude, man. Get him out of here, bro. I can't deal with that shit, man. I'm going with Barrios in this one. Let's look at the lines. Let's look at the lines. You got plus 200 on Manny Pacquiao, minus 250 on Barrios. Now, here's my thing to that. If I'm a better man, I do look Manny Pacquiao, wait. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. That much just had a tongue twister. As long as I've been watching Mario Barrios, I couldn't give him a number of minus $250 odds. That's like saying this man, he's $250 better than Pacquiao. I'm willing to bet that Pacquiao can keep up with this younger guy. I'm willing to take my $250 and put it on Manny, much older guy. He's been in championship fights. Barrio hasn't performed well in championship fights. Wasn't Barrios elevated, if I'm not mistaken? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he elevated? Yeah, that's what I thought. He was elevated. That's tough, man. I got to see what the weigh-ins look like. I got to see what Manny Pacquiao body look like. I want to see Barrios' body look like. So I'm gonna hold off on that right now. Say, yeah, they gave him WBC title when Crawford vacated. I thought so. Knew I wasn't tripping. Say Tank took his belt. Now that's true. That was at 140 pounds. Thurman watched him. That's true. That was at 147 pounds before he became champion 2 years prior. Email champion for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure, buddy. uh, you know Pat gonna get the benefit of the scorecards. Yeah, his interim before Ramos. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, y'all talking 40. Yeah. He was he got he definitely, you know what I mean? He definitely fought Tank. I was at that fight. Shout out to Steven Espinoza, gave me wonderful seats. Damn, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait to the lines, man. I'm gonna have to wait till I see the lines shake and bait while, stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to wait till the lines shake and bait tomorrow after the weigh-ins. I'm only worried for the defensive laps and the stamina. But if his game plan is okay and can stay away from this stays disciplined, he got this, man. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like that. You got to stay disciplined the whole time, though. Can't take no big shots from Pacquiao. But I don't know if it's no drug testing on this fight. I don't know, because I know it wasn't no drug testing on Thurman fight night with Pacquiao either. Could it be? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm trolling like whoever. Could it be? I don't know, man. I don't know. Could it be that he chewing some of that tabs? I don't know. I would leave it alone. Pat needs to go somewhere though. Yeah, he does. Said pack easy. Okay. Sure. I couldn't call this one. Y'all some casuals. Nah, we ain't casuals, bro. We ain't casuals over here. We love the sport over here, bro. For sure. So that pack power pill, yes, sir. He got that damn pack power power pill packing, boy. He got that pack power pill packing, boy. For sure. But God dog, man, can't be out here losing to elders like that, Els Tucker. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I agree. Yeah, man. Now, I know I didn't talk about the other fights. I just want to make sure I get the main big weekend fights, the main events out the way. So we do have Adam Haman versus Georgie's, right? That's going to be on the matchroom card. Let me see another fight that I was interested in. I'm interested in that Surenko, Lado Surenko, I guess. How do we spell it? Abel Ramos fighting this weekend as well. Lawrence Okolie. Kevin Lorena. Woo-wee. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. But I'm looking at it. I think I can find me Mark Masaggio and Jorge Mata Celiar. Oh, he fighting Jose Cuellar. Wow. And Gary Russell Jr. is fighting Hugo Casaneda. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little digging on this one. Emo Williams fighting this weekend. Brandon Figueroa, he's fighting this weekend. God damn, that's a stacked card. Boy, PBC got Brandon Figueroa versus Joel Gonzalez. Joel Gun, Joel Gonzalez. They got Isai Pitbull Cruz versus Angel Rifero. And Subriel. Oh, not Subriel. Well, Bam Rodriguez and Cafu. You got Sebastian Fundora and Tyzu. But the Bam Rodriguez is on the matchroom card. So Tyzu, Sebastian Fundora are definitely going to be fighting earlier day. Ooh, I seen a fight just pop up on my app. I did not know that Bam next fight is already set up pretty much. That's cool. All right, I like that. You got Gary Russell Jr. So this would be a good weekend to put you in a little parlay. This would be the weekend you want to put a little parlay in right here. What about Gary Russell? Yeah, so I wasn't gonna talk about the undercard today, but I know you got Gary Russell Jr. You know and then of course Mark Masaggio, who's I guess you could say his counterpart, or that's probably not the right term, but they had a lot of love for each other coming out the MLB. I mean, not MLB. Damn, I'm tripping. Mark Masaggio and Gary Russell, they fought each other. I'm tripping. I think. Ooh, now that's different right there. No, that's different right there. I got Bam and a draw on my slip. Ooh, okay, that's different. I like, hey, oh shit. Now Bam, my goddamn God. Now you talking that talk now. Real deal. You talking that talk. Hey, I ain't against it. It's boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Lawrence sucks, but when he lines up that left, he's a dog. Yeah, yeah. I think the only one I didn't mention was Figgy's fight. Yeah, Brendan Figueroa, he's fighting Joel Gonzalez. But I'm gonna talk about all those fights tomorrow just to keep, saying something going. Yeah, I did. The Mark Masaggio and matter of fact, that was my birthday weekend. 2020. That was 2022. Yeah. Yeah, that was January 2022. January 22nd or 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Because it was me. I think 817 had hopped on live, and the Russell brother hopped on live too. And we was talking about Gary Russell, because I actually thought that Gary Russell, I actually thought that he won the fight with one arm. Yep, the Mark versus Gary. Yep. Maybe I'll get some film study time in, yeah, for sure. Is Gary gonna have a Invisa trainer again, or does he have someone in his corner this time around? that Ish pissed me off last time? I don't know. Yeah, but he beat him with one arm. Well, look, man, we've been on here hour 15, man. I actually was supposed to be on here way shorter than that because I just wanted to talk about those guys. But what I would do tomorrow, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down the undercard of each of those high-profile fights. Speaking of Baron Rodriguez versus Cafu, you got Tyzu versus Fundora, Daniel Dubois, right? Daniel Dubois versus Uysk. And then, of course, Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So I'm going to go on the undercard of each one of those fights. Even though I did name off a few, right? But I'm going to go get more deeply into it tomorrow because I got to talk about some guys that's on the card that I want to see. So with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody turning up and turning out, man. Appreciate the super chats. Much love and appreciation for that as well. And with that being said, man, I'm out. Man, for sure. So I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Be back tomorrow. Probably another afternoon session tomorrow. Probably around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, depending if we finish working out because we got workouts tomorrow. So depending if we're finish working out tomorrow, I'll be back. With that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First ranking with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.